Hi friends, welcome to the sickest episode on my channel. And when I say the sickest, you probably already understood by now that I'm not just referring to content. I'm dying over here. But in the battle of high fever and high congestion and architecture won 1-0. Today, we will be looking at the building that I stayed in while visiting Pittsburgh. I'm very proud to present to you the Pennsylvanian, incredible Beaux-Arts building that became a true symbol of Pittsburgh. Daniel Burnham, that ended up designing this building, was a big deal. He was a big catch at the end of 19th century. Fresh from designing buildings at 1893 Chicago World Fair, he was hired over here and everybody was lucky to have him. Something to keep in mind is that originally this building was supposed to be 4 stories high, but it ended up being adapted to 13-story building. And I think this is incredible, especially considering that motorway or freeway ended up being on this side of the building. So you really would start having views from maybe 6th floor. So that's the lucky coincidence that took place. Most definitely as a 13-story building, it just looks incredible right now. And this rotunda is a true symbol of this building, because anybody that drives to downtown and passes it by will definitely notice and pay attention to it. One of the interesting things about this building is that it used to be called Pennsylvania Station or Penn Station, but it also used to be called Union Station, which is quite frankly a mistake because it never combined several different railroads serve passengers over here. It always served only one company. So Union Station is definitely a misnomer in this case. Let's talk specifically about conversion of this building from the office, from the hotel, to residential property as it is right now. Because currently at this point in time, this property hosts about 241 units, which are available for long term. But there's also units, just like the one I'm staying in, that are available for a short-term rentals. This process of converting the building to the residential purposes took place somewhere between 1984 and 1988. It ended up costing about $20 million. Interestingly enough, when this building was officially launched on May 23rd, 1988, the party was crashed by about 1,500 demonstrators. Turns out that when the property was in a construction, non-union labor was used, and union laborers didn't like that fact. So they crashed the party in the amount of about 1,500 people, and that caused a lot of highbrow officials that were supposed to attend opening ceremony not actually being here. But in the end of the day, it didn't really change the fact that the building turned out absolutely beautiful. The Pennsylvanian is definitely one of the most architecturally significant buildings of this city. Because if you tell somebody that you're staying in a building with this rotunda, anybody and everybody would know for sure where you're at. And they probably would be a little bit jealous. It is the legacy of Chicago architect Daniel Burnham that designed this building in the beginning of 20th century, or actually in the end of 19th century. And this is something that a lot of people would associate Pittsburgh with. This incredible architecture, specifically this 40 feet rotunda with a skylight that you see right now. Interestingly enough, this is the 3rd building that was ever raised on this specific spot. The first one was Railroad Depot, which was built in 1855 and burned about 20 years later in 1877. Railroad company decided to start cutting costs and cut the railroad workers' salary by 10%, and also had implemented some other cost-saving measures. And railroad workers did not like that. They ended up rioting, burning this building. Well, not this one, but the one that was there at 1877. It was a crazy uprising where 20 people were killed, a lot of locomotives, a lot of wagons, and a lot of buildings were burned. But that's how Pittsburgh people are protesting things that they don't like. And you cannot not respect that. If you are thinking about renting out a place here in this building, small studio units start at $1,400. It actually is the unit that looks exactly like this one, called Chelsea. All of the units have fancy names, which is great branding, but you could rent out Chelsea for $1,443 per month. And I know there's some specials going on as well. If you sign 13+ month lease, you can get half of the month for free, which is nice. There's also 1-bedroom units called Mayfair, Crest Haven, and then it just goes bigger and bigger. Newport, Yorkshire, Windsor, Kensington, Westminster, all of those units are available for rent. But those are definitely worth looking into if you're considering staying in Pittsburgh long term, because convenience of travel from this specific place is just unmatched. Downtown is on one side, Strip District is on the other side, and this is truly a transportation hub. So if you're planning on taking buses, which I have been over the last couple of days, this is definitely the place, because you just go downstairs, get out of the building, and you can hop on a train, you can hop on a bus, and travel virtually anywhere within the city. So that is something to keep in mind, and that is something to appreciate this building for as well. Commuting from this place is amazingly convenient. As you can see, I just left the building. I'm gonna have a bus station right behind me going one way and another way. So if you're traveling somewhere, if you're using buses, there's probably no better place in the city of Pittsburgh. And if I were to walk to the other side of the building, that would be an Amtrak terminal. Nowadays, there's only one train that leaves per day. So living in this building, you're not gonna be bothered by railroad noise by any means. The convenience of travel continues. If you would look on the other side of the building, just behind me, and also a bus stop right there for the buses commuting to the other cities in the US. That's the famous Greyhound bus hub, just behind me, lit up in blue. Few fun facts about this huge rotunda behind me. It used to serve passengers, but back in the day when horse carriages would bring people over here to use the train station. Not anymore. Nowadays, as you can see, the cars are only allowed next to it, but not under the rotunda. And that is all because modern machinery, modern cars are too heavy, and they could definitely damage hand-laid brick that you see on the floor over here. First passengers were taken out of here to the other cities in the US on October 12, 1908. So this station has been in operation for over 125 years at this point in time. Other thing about this place is that it spells Pittsburgh in a wrong way. That is a testament to the fact that sometime between 1890 and 1900, Pittsburgh was spelled without H at the end, and you could see it over here. Interestingly enough, there's about 40+ different layouts in this building. And the reason being is because it is a conversion. This building was not originally designed as a residential building. Some of the residents have stayed here for over 20 years. One of the facts about this building is because on the 12th and 13th floors, there's penthouses units with 2 floors. Those are absolutely gorgeous, especially the ones looking down that way. But overall, the building has incredible views, other than this unit, to be honest. If I'm 100% transparent with you, when I walked into this unit, I was immediately incredibly disappointed. Not by its size. The size is okay. I'm the only one who's staying here for the last couple of days. So you have a very small corridor, you have tiny kitchen, which is completely fine. You have washer and dryer in the unit just behind me. You have a full bath, so that is nice that I was able to take a bath when needed. But the thing that disappointed me personally very much, the view or the lack of thereof. You see those huge windows just behind me? So I was hoping to see something nicer than motorway. Can't really see anything over there, but there's just a freeway. I kind of learned to love this unit because it is on the second floor. It's pretty small, but it served its purpose, and I'm glad I was able to stay over here. Among the amenities of this building, I could point out a gym, which is located on the second floor, and I could point out an event space, which is that huge space down below on the first level. There's free coffee in the lobby, and overall the building is incredible and gorgeous. It has some memorabilia from the old times, like old benches, which look really, really fitting since it used to be a railroad station. So I'd very much like to have elements like that in historic buildings. With the railroad industry struggling after the Second World War, this building was in danger of demolition. In the 1950s, there were significant upgrades that were announced. In 1960s, those upgrades were still being waited. In 70s and 80s, this building had a very, very difficult time facing demolishment because the city was changing, the city was growing, and the city had different plans for this site, including the convention center and many other plans. But luckily, preservationists kicked in and were able to stall for long enough in order to figure out something to do with this incredible building. So, just like in many other cities around the US, preservationists played a very, very important role in preserving and saving this building for all of us to enjoy today, which we all should be very, very thankful to. I'm personally super thankful that I was able to stay in this building, even though for a couple of days. I will definitely consider staying here next time I'm in Pittsburgh. By the way, Pittsburgh is full of incredible adaptive reuse projects, and this is what the series is all about. I will be looking forward to discovering more buildings like this in Pittsburgh, but today, being here in the Pennsylvanian, one of the most architecturally significant buildings in Pittsburgh, one of the most famous Beaux-Arts buildings in all of the US. I want to be thankful to people that worked on preserving this amazing, amazing architecture and allowing all of us to enjoy it in one way or another. If you guys live in architecturally significant properties, if you live in adaptive reuse properties, please hit me up. I would love to talk to you. I would love to find out what is it like to live in buildings like that. What does it entitle? What are the pros? What are the cons? Do you feel any of the historical pressure being in a building like that? Jokes aside, I'm super excited that even being sick, I was able to walk this building, talk about it, and discover it for myself. And now I think it's time for me to go and grab another hot cup of tea and go on with my day. Thank you for supporting this channel. Thank you for being here with me. And I'll see you guys very, very soon in the future episodes on my real estate channel.